every time. You start on the, according to the songbook, you start on the A at 9 or at a second. So drop the fifth a semitone. Or you don't actually drop the fifth, it says you. Interestingly, it claims the fifth remains, but it's going to sound neater on piano if I don't include it. That's the fundamental change. And then it moves another semitone down to the fourth. So that fifth, you've got the fifth moves down one note, moves down another note. When you look at it like that, that's just one note moving. It's not complicated at all. I mean, you're just moving a single note, a semitone. But it's the way they've done it. Such would not fit. B major doesn't really belong, well it would fit, but it's a B minor that technically belongs in A major. Generally speaking though, you can pretty much go from any major chord to any other major chord, and it's really hard to sound majorly wrong. The complexity with it is that it does, depending on which chord you move to, it can change your key and stuff, and then if you want to stick by the normal rules, it can be hard to get back and stuff, so lots of people don't do it. But moving to the B major at that point, B major is so closely related to A major because, for starters, it's part of the three primary triads of E major, so they're in a family. There's a million songs that play E, A and B major chords together, so you're never going to go too wrong when you skip up that tone. Which is how they manage to be different, but still really well defined within sort of normal expectations and rules, so that your brain gets it but isn't quite expecting it, which is sort of a Radiohead trademark of how their music works. It's like, that's different, but I'm somehow comfortable with it. So does moving. The fact that they use that B major there instead of minor gives the song a real lift at that point. You go, uh-huh. And then, according to Mr. Songbook, it goes to F sharp minor, and then E. Now, F sharp minor is always going to be good when you're on B major. I'm sort of doing the let's ignore that it's in A major thing for a moment, and just lifting some of the key information that sort of underlies that. On the B major there, you're always going to be able to move to F sharp reasonably comfortably, because F sharp is the fifth when you're in B. I mean, it's the fifth note of the B major scale or the B minor scale. They've chosen to put F sharp minor there to define that we're not in B major as such anymore. So we've either switched to B minor. Interestingly, B minor is a chord of A major. It's the normal chord that probably should have been in the song if you were writing to normal formula rules. So, not saying that it should have, it sounds nice how it is. But dropping to that F sharp minor sort of defines that we've returned to the home key of A major where the song sort of tends to float around. So you drop down to that, and it's a good lead-in chord for the final chord of E major, or E sus4. And when you're on E, E's the fifth of A major, so you just fall back. They're fundamentally moving a semitone at a time. I'll take that principle to a new level. Let's ignore what they've written for a moment, except for the fundamental of the melody of the vocal and the fact that it sits on A. I'm just going to take some notes of A and move them and sing the melody over the top. See what happens. So this is a different note I'm going to move this time. Just that principle of moving a single note. I could choose another one possibly. I wouldn't want to choose the A because the A down the bottom, if we move it a semitone, the A is an integral sort of part of it. Give it a shot. That's a bit rough. But the principle remains that it's fundamentally that thing of sticking on the A just moving very minor things in the chord that's currently going on to get the variation at the top end, and then followed by the B, which is the major that shouldn't be there, the F sharp minor, redefining it in A minor or in A major rather than suddenly being maybe in E major or B major because we have the B major chord, and then down to the E.